Alright. Hello and welcome to Unicast, your freaking awesome replays. My name is Pig, and unfortunately I've just moved to a new place. One of me lights is broken, so I don't have a green screen. This is a bit invasive. We don't want to cover up the whole corner of the screen. Let's just get rid of my face. That's not worth seeing. Let's get rid of that while we wait for the new lighting setup to come so we can start using the green screen again. But hello, it's Knife Fight in a Sauna. Players weren't allowed to go past 35 workers in this week's challenge. So I'm sure we're going to have some very interesting games that got sent in. Up here in the top left-hand side in the red, representing SC2F, it is TTTT. TT is like meant to be a crying face, right? With like tears coming out of the face. But I don't understand what TTT is. Just, it's TTT. It's dynamite. It's TTT. We're going to go down without a fight. Oh, this is also a cool little image. What is this? Is that like a tree? I like it. Down in the bottom right-hand side, the opponent, it is a TVT. It is Pinna. Now, I do remember being in grade school. And high school especially, I think. I went to a boys' school. It's quite a fair bit of talk about Pindix, or a pinner, as we used to call it. Oh, he's got a pinner. Yeah, nah, he's got a fucking pinner, man. That's why he's such a wanker. So when I see, even though this is not how I'd imagine it being spelled, I read this pinner and I think about, that's all I think about, is like, I'm talking about like a needle thin, we're talking about kind of like a, what's his name? Juice Bigelow, spaghetti thin sort of situation. Uh-oh, that SCV, he's getting a bit too randy, but this Terran here is like, no, mate, I didn't go for a Reaper. I went Marine first. He builds faster, and he's here. And that SCV gets absolutely torn, man. So annoying when you can't zoom in on the side of the map without cutting it off. You're like, oi, where'd the corpse go? So anyway, the challenge for next week is up, guys. Don't forget to get your replays in. The upcoming challenge is ! On ICYFAR in the chat. Oh my god, Florencio's in chat right now, guys. Woo! It's drop 'em good. The challenge for the coming week is drop 'em good, drop 'em nigh. Drop their third just like you should. The back of the natural, that is one of the most undefended places. So that's me song about it. Essentially, we haven't had a drop focused ICYFAR in a while. I think there's so much creative and interesting things you can do with drops, whether it simply be just hitting drops non-stop to the point where you're overwhelming your opponent, syncing up drops to hit 2 or 3 bases at once, Widowmines, Hellbats, Zealots, Archons, Immortals, Colossi, Disruptors. There's so many things. Landed Vikings, Baneling drops. There's so many things you can unload into your opponent's base. And there's a lot of fun options there. So it doesn't have to be too wild and creative. As always, you could be doing, it's just Hydra drops. But you're doing them a lot. You're hitting multiple mineral lines. If it creates an action-packed and fun game, we're always gonna dig it. So enjoy going deep on dropping on the ladder this week, and send me your best replay, guys. For now, the top left-hand side, a bunch of Marines, a Cyclone, a tank. There is a starport with a tech lab as well. So he's going to be rallying across for some early aggression here, is the red Terran player. The blue Terran on the other side is going 4 racks. Oh no, this is so awkward. Just as the attack comes, you've got a depot building, so your units have to go around. Oh, this shit triggers me so much, man. Please lower that depot when it's finished. Stim will be done though, and there will be more than enough Marines to shut this down, to be honest. Yeah, especially with 4 barracks production. Like right now, it's a bit dicey, but with Stim, you should be able to win this fight. What I worry about is the fact that Pinner looks like the units are just like haphazardly placed all over the shop. They're not really kind of, planned out. Now it scans this, sees that, and it's like, yeah, let's go. And to be fair, as the aggressive player, you're going to have to start sieging this up and picking away at it before they get all their upgrades, because already we've got, for some reason, +1 armor first. You should always go attack for Marines with your armor. Look at that, but he knows where they are. He just comes forward and just sieges. They're like, hey, what's that? Oh my god, I just went back 10 seconds. Sorry, guys. Default hotkey is my bad. Oh, they can't see it? Wait. Did tanks have more vision? I guess tanks have more vision than Marines. Oh, I never knew that. Those Marines do take another shot there. They do pull back. Okay, so a few Marines go down, but I think that's okay. I think losing 2 Marines is fine. As long as you just wait for like maybe 2 more rounds of units, and then, oh, your supply block, actually, no, Depot's finishing. This is a pro gamer build. If our Blue Terran just waits for more Marines and then spreads them out, and doesn't just run at it in a ball, and just doesn't just run at it in a ball, and doesn't just run at it in a fucking blob, no! The tank's on siege though, actually, maybe this is right. No, it's still too early. Actually, it might be enough. Kills the tank, kills most of the Marines, but oh man, I don't know. There's still a Cyclone and 5 or 6 Marines left. I guess you can always just pull some SCVs. You're way ahead economically. Oh, Pinner though. Oh, kind of moves in a bit. No SCVs being pulled. Oh my god, if those SCVs just got pulled beforehand. Why are they running away? SCVs, fight! You can beat that. The auto turret comes down here as well. Oh, this is so inefficient for our Blue Terran. With this sort of short-ranged army, it's all about just coming through with one big surprising engage. Those Marines, though, they've got shields, they've got +1 armor and stim. They finally are going to reject this. And you know what? The worker count remains. So if Pinner can just get back to mining, is in a great position. Our Red Terran, TTTTT, needs to go home. Has an expansion up, has a second barracks up, but wasn't building tanks this whole time. Imagine if tanks were rallying in instead of the Liberator and the Raven. If there were more tanks on the way, I think this could have been the end of the Blue Terran player. But as it is, the Blue Terran Pinner stabilizes and says, all I need is the most basic unit in the game, Marinas. You don't really need a lot of gas. A single gas guys is all you need, which means the mineral income advantage is epic. Stim shields, +1 attacks on the way. It's going to build a factory for medevacs as well. I do love this. There's something about players who focus on mass Marines where like, I'm like, cool. And now let's see how they use that composition well. And they're like, oh no. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, grab my units and I attack them in a column. And I'm like, what? Apparently Pinner means pussy in Hungarian. Oh, thank you, chat. People with the translation coming in. My man. Oh my. Okay, so we've got a nice blue pussycat over here. A little putty cat. A putty cat. And TTT on the other hand, of course, we still don't really know what that means. He's going to try and defend with the lib. Oh, tanks on the high ground. You can't go in there. Those Marines can absolutely not go in there. Liberator's going to come around the right-hand side. Uh-oh. This guy... Oh, Pinner's taking a command center? What are we... Huh? Sieges and unsieges, it goes away. Okay, nicely done. So, mass Marine. I mean, this is such a good position for the blue player. And I think it's the blue players tend to get in, because notice they've stopped at 33 SCVs. So they're saying, look, as long as I just keep making orbitals and dropping mules, I can offer pure mineral income, just make this real ground-poundy army. Whereas TTT has gone up to 39 workers. Now, what's really, I think, impressive about Pinner is not... When you're normally having a knife fight in a sauna, you just try to stab the other guy. Because, like, you know, it's slippery, there's sweat everywhere, you're wearing a robe or a towel that you're going to get tangled up in. Like, you don't go into that situation and say, yeah, this is all about a slow, measured response. No. Normally, you just try and stab the other guy before you get stabbed. But in this case, Pinner's actually playing it really slow. Like, I'm talking mega slow. And he's saying, you know what? As long as I just mass Marines and wait for the right opportunity, this will actually work out. But I kind of like, isn't even showing the Marines. It's like waiting, has a spotter. So basically it's like, okay, you guys, these two dudes have walkie-talkies and they're there, and the rest are like, okay, you tell us when he comes out. And when he comes out, unsieges and tries to move out, or tries to take a third, we are going to stim out and we're going to fudge and butcher him, mate. Look at this, by the way, the rally. A bunch of Marines come over. Oh, is he still going to go for this? You're crazy, dog. Dude, you still let some Marines. Just go home, man. TTT is like, nah, I'm going to go in here. I've got a stim pack. Dude, he's got 1-1. He's building as many Marines a cycle as you've got, man. Luckily, Pinner does not know how to attack move. There we go. Does clean it up. I mean, these tanks are going to butcher the Marines if they're well protected enough. And there are bio upgrades coming out as well. So even though the economy build-up was slower, TTT here up at 41, only 35 workers. The artificial cap for the challenge. And this is the problem. If you don't slip and slide in there and start knife fighting, remember, you're actually essentially the only one who's in the sauna, right? because you got a 35 worker economy. So the longer this goes, the more uneasy, the more unstable this becomes. But TTT is not playing the challenge. This is just a random ladder opponent who's like, no, I'm going to play patiently and build good long-term units like siege tanks and stuff. So this looks very troublesome right now. It's going to be what is essentially... Are we going to just max on Marines? Already up to 83! 1-1 Marines! Oh, it really needs to start the extra upgrades. It's going to start the starport. Really needs the +2 attack. That would be game-changing. With this many Marines? Please. Look at this. Oh, TTT's going out. TTT's going out. TTT's going out. Pinner's like, he's coming. Get him. No, that was only a few scouting Marines, you gronk. No. Pinner. He's like, he's moving out, finally! The moment we've been waiting for, the tanks are on siege. I'm actually amazed he actually gets into the natural. Those tanks are just a bit too far out of range. I'm pretty sure Pinner thought the whole army was moving out on siege, not just 3 Marines. Oh, Pinner. Oh my god, this Marine micro. He's trying to click on the tanks. Oh, stim these other Marines too. TTT's like, well, this guy's a fucking idiot. Look, just fucking making Marines. What a dummy. But, look at it, guys. He's got TTT's economy down in the dumps with him. It's actually quite good, isn't it? That drop gets cleaned up. Pinner desperately needs to take more bases. The thing is, Pinner's kept this game scrappy enough, down and dirty enough. I mean, he can right now... He literally should be feeling like, hey, I've got a moment of respite. Your opponent looked like he wasn't in the sauna, but after that engage, look at the worker count. TTT can literally taste the armpit sweat of Pinner right now. That's right. He slipped and his fucking face, mouth open, gasping for air in the midst of the brawl. Accidentally, his tongue just fucking splashed across Pinner's armpit, and it's got itself a nice salty treat. So TTT's there spluttering, he's spitting. Oh, this is fucking disgusting, dude. Can you... what the fuck, man? And Pinner now I think Pinner can take a moment. Yeah, takes 2 expansions. Look at that. Builds them on location. Still forgetting the upgrades, though, which is a big problem. +2 is going to kick in. Of course, they're going to be so outnumbered, it might just not matter, right? TT is like, I'm making upgrades. Yeah. But it's like, well, that's 54 Marines, and they're just going to go around. Uh-oh. Scans the front. Sends the Marines across. Wait. There's nothing at home. TTT. You're up against a guy who's massing Marines and YOLOing you all game, and you're going to just fucking move out with 2 tanks, 2 Vikings, and a lib? Look at this. Guys, the base is clear. The base is clear. Go! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's a lot of Marines. Unfortunately, they are all addicted to drugs. These are like 10-year war veterans. They are so experienced. They're so adept with their weapons, but unfortunately, they also have crushing meth addictions. Like, this is like, they're kind of physically frail, but also expert marksmen at the same time. I don't know how it's going to work out. They inject another stim pack. Oh no, they're killing the SCVs though. Double drop on the other side is doing some stuff. These guys have done some big damage though. Once again, gets down and dirty and slippery. The medevacs there do well. The 2-1 upgrade advantage for TTT means he will actually win the fight just barely, but the reinforced should be okay. Those Marines on the other side do get cleaned up. Still 3 Marines there. Pinning down to 26 SCVs, but with the 2 command centers, if those can make into orbitals and start dropping mules, which, by the way, has got max energy on 2 bases. You're going only mules, only Marines on a 35 SCV economy, and you're not dropping mules, mate. Pinner. Oh no, he drops them all on the base. It's about to get attacked. Actually, I think he has enough Marines. That's like 2 landed Vikings and a tank. It's a very sad army from our Red Terran. Can kind of siege it from afar, but that amount, that's like 400 Marines. If those mules can finish mining, that's 400 extra Marines he can afford. Pinner's doing well right now. He's coming forward and is even making a planetary on the other side of the map. He's going to try and drop on the tank. Absolute psychopath. Oh my god, thankfully not enough units. 1 medevac falls. Another one looks like it might go down. And the Viking says, nah, actually, I'm a Chad. I ain't no try-hard soy boy Viking. I eat meat. I eat fucking Marines that I hunt myself. I'm like, what? And he's like, that's right, Marines. Other Terrans are the hardest game. I'm like, is that fucking Fear Dragon driving that Viking? And he's like, maybe. And I'm like, god damn it, Fear Dragon, you fucking cannibal. For those who don't know, Fear Dragon is a cannibal. Make sure you let him know on Twitter. He appreciates it. 3-2 upgrades are on the way now for TTT. Only 1-1 still for Pinner. Uh-oh. Would you boys like some freedom? Apparently they don't. They say, no, we've heard. We've heard about you, Miss Liberator Pilot. We know you've got the herp. She's like, oh, nah, Billy was fucking telling lies about me. It's not true. And they're like, we saw. He had some weird marks and lumps around there. You gave him the herp, okay? Admit it. She's like, fine. So no more SCVs willing to go and get the herp from that Liberator Pilot. Oh, wait. She does. Oh, she manages to catfish that one in and spread her liberation. That's oh, that actually was not meant to come out that way, but that sounded like something else. Oh, god damn. It's meant to be like spread the disease and fucking Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's 33 SCVs for Pinner up against 26 for TTT. And yeah, both economies is still best described as shit. Pinner's still got great production on Marines. Oh no, another drilly boy goes and dies. Did you know genital herpes is a fatal disease in 33.3% of cases in the Kaprulu sector? Genital herpes has evolved to be life-threatening. It's a very deadly virus, guys. Anyways, this is hilarious. They're like, Sarge, why'd we drop here again? The lieutenant told us to come and drop here to take out the Liberator. They're like, Sarge, does the lieutenant realize we're like 3 range out of being able to hit her? Yeah. Fucking Terran officers, man. Look at these guys. They're just looking at it. They're just looking at each other. Sharing news, maybe. She's still just chilling. Are we gonna get more upgrades? It's okay. There's some Vikings. Pinner's, you're only going mass marine. Please drop some mules and start some upgrades, Pinner, please. Pinner's doing a great job of staying below the work account, but I'm just like, how many Marines have died so far? 225. Can we please make better upgrades? These Marines of TTT are at 2-2, soon to be 3-2. I don't know if we can win this fight. You know, you need upgrades. Like, the tanks actually aren't that important if you're spread out, or if you like come from 2 sides or whatever, or if you have an upgrade advantage. Starts +2 armor. What is with this player and making armor upgrades before attack? Pinner, why? Pinner's like, I believe in healthcare and good body armor for my soldiers. I'm like, fucking Jesus, why? Get bigger guns. The best defense is a good offense, mate. +3 armor's on the way. I don't know why Ravens are being built. I love that this player has 2 starports. It's like Ravens. That's when he's like, what are you up against? Marines. What else has he built? Just Marines. And no, literally, he's only built Marines. Okay, let's build Ravens. I'm like, I mean, I guess anti-armor missile helps. It's just, I think it's overkill at this point. I think you just need to focus on your Marine tank count and not get caught. I do like the way Pinner's positioning. That makes me really happy. These like squads of Marines all over the map. Uh-oh, let's go to the camera. Distract on the top. It's not looking. Sensor tower, it's been spotted. The double drop's been spotted. Okay, sees it now. Is trying to get up there. Auto turret goes down. Oh no, dropping right next to the auto turret. That's not good. It kills 3 Marines immediately. Auto turret did a really good job. That was, of course, TTT's camera we were looking at just there. Marines are going to run around the back door. Oh, they get the Raven. Okay. You know what? They're being annoying and they fly back through the Marines. Oh no. Thank you very much, Lumo, for the 30-month resub. Sorry, I forgot to turn those alert sounds off, but you get a special thank you. 30 months. It's a long time, dude. 2.5 years. So, I don't know. Unit count-wise, you're up 20 Marines. Is that enough to make up for 3 tanks? I mean, there's no anti-armor missile. That's a good thing. But it's not just 3 tanks. It's 3 tanks and a bloody 3 upgrade advantage. I feel like I don't think Pinner can win this, like, numbers-wise. Even if the tanks aren't there, I think you might lose that Marine battle. I don't know, maybe not. 3 upgrades is a lot, guys. Ooh, Pinner, pull back. There's enough medevacs to heal, so each stim isn't as deadly as it was before. He's looking for a big spready. Ooh, that's a second stim, though. You gotta be careful. Careful, mate. And what are we building behind it? Oh, it's okay, guys. +2 armor is kicked in. It's now a 2 upgrade advantage. 1, 2. Oh, but it'll be 3 in a sec when +3 armor kicks in anyway. Oh no. That, by the way, is a planetary. You can tell because it has these two little doodles sticking out of it. Little pinners, see? Marines, tanks, Raven coming across. Uh-oh. I mean, a base trade always favors the mass Marine player. If you can get on their production, you kill everything really quick, right? So TTT's being like really careful moving these tanks forward. This one tank's like, oi, dickheads. And they're like, yeah, you can kill a few of us, but you can't stop us all. And there we go. I mean, that's it. Oh, and look at this. Those units are going to stim back to fight here, but... Uh-oh, did we just stim a second time? Oh my god, just stim twice. Quite a few of the Marines did anyway. Uh-oh, anti-armor missile. Get out of there. Get out of there, Pinner. Don't take this fight. Don't take this fight. You're down 3 upgrades and anti-armor missile. Run! Run! Get the fuck out of there, dude. Oh, Pinner's so dead, man. Oh my god. Takes out a command center and some SCVs. This is getting repaired. Oh, okay. The Marines can maybe take out a tank or 2. That tank's doing a lot, dude. Oh, okay, okay. Gets 2 tanks. Now get behind the planetary. Get in the rear with the gear, mate. Pinner. I don't think Pinner realizes it's 3-3 versus 1-2. Pinner's like, haha, I flanked you. Oh, dude. This is like when you clash blades and your sword just slices the other guy's sword in half. You know, and they're like, I may be outmatched in this battle. Like, you hit that armor with your fucking axe and it doesn't even scratch it. You're like, oh no, we are fucked. All right, Marines come forward. That tank wins. Actually, tank's helping out here. Remember, Pin is still only at 35 workers. Doing a good job of sticking the challenge. No, pull back. Pull back, Pinner. Okay, the tanks are gonna equalize a bit. Tanks don't care as much about those Marine upgrades. So that's very good. This command center, by the way, is just totally in the open. TTT would start branching out. I do feel like Pinner would just fall, but as it is, Pinner's got the bank, has just kept this fight. Every time it looks like TTT is getting out of the sauna, we just see Pinner just fucking just breaks a broom handle, shoves it in the door to like lock it, and then just throws a whole bunch of hot water on that fucking, on the hot stones. A whole bunch of water on the hot stone. There's steam going everywhere. TTT's like, let me the fuck out, it's hot. Pinner's like, nah man, this is the best kind of stabbing. It's where I stab you in the face repeatedly while we're in the sauna. Pinner tries to fly a drop over the Marines again. Is like, oh, okay, maybe not, maybe not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Planetary under fire. Oh, you know what? That tank is in range. It can clear them both. They're not, they need to be focus fired on the tank manually. They're just gonna keep shooting the planetary, otherwise TTT, you gotta click your tank. So a lot of people don't know that. Units, because a planetary is an attacking unit, the tank's just gonna keep shooting it before killing anything else. So once it starts shooting the planetary, you're gonna retarget it if you want it to fight other things. My god, these Marines are so much better for TTT. Pinner is like, what's going on? Why am I not winning these fights, man? I can't understand. I'm like, you need upgrades. You've been playing Mass Marine all game and you let the other guy make 3 more upgrades than you. Please. Thankfully, Big Daddy Planetary is going to blast the shit out of some of those Marines. Oh my god, I love the ragdolls. Does lose a command center on the top, but is still on 4 base. Remember, TTT is still only on 3. Doesn't have many mineral patches. Like, I better build 2 command centers now. TTT is up in the Marine count. It's actually down in the tank count right now. I mean, this game's so weird, dude. TTT sees this base, sees the defenses, and is like, all right, target locked. He's gonna bring the tanks forward. One there, right? Oh. He's gonna try to siege up in range. This Raven, I love that there's been the Ravens, TTT. I don't know what league this game is. I'm guessing like Diamond 2? Diamond 3? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think it's like Diamond 2. But just because it's one of those kind of dirty, weird games, right? But it's so funny because like TTT has like been so obsessed. Whenever the Raven dies, replaces it, always drops anti-armor missiles, always drops auto turrets. And I'm like, I see GM players who after the early game never use the Raven at all. I'm pointing at myself right now off camera. Oh, the tanks. Oh, that tank and the planetary. Oh my god, TTT attacks to a choke point into 2 tanks and a planetary. Now 1 tank does fall. No, you gotta go in. Pinner F2s. There's an empty base. Sends the drop into the empty base and then gets so afraid at home. F2 selects all army and pulls the whole army home. Realizes what he's done. Goes back in now. Has he missed his opportunity though? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I think the other army's trying to get back, but it's not here yet. It's not here. You gotta kill the SCVs. SCVs are going down. I don't think the command center falls. But if you can at least kill the SCVs, can you get inside the main in time? Pick up and leave. Does kill some SCVs though. 13 SCVs left only. Remember, 60 workers have died on the red side of that. Whereas only 20 of Pinner's workers have gone down in this game. So once again, the economic advantage returns to Pinner. Pinner just constantly, all game long. Economic advantage, 4 base versus 4 base. The problem is, as always, the absolutely shit upgrades. And as I say that, +2 attacks starts up with the engineering bay. Oh my god, this is actually insane. I love how earlier in the game, Pinner always had like the map control and would look to engage the army when the tanks were on siege, but then like kept kind of getting false positives and running into siege tanks. But now Pinner's playing like very blind and is just trying to look around with drops, but finally a drop is going to go across the map without flying into an army, which is nice. There's no planetary on that. These bases are, you know, relatively naked. I love these missile turrets as well. I'm not sure what those are for. It just feels like a thing you should do when you're on 13 SCVs, is spend one quarter of your bank on 2 random missile turrets out front of those. Yeah, for sure. No worries. Only 2 orbitals. TTT's been doing a much better job of dropping mules consistently. Don't drop on that. No! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, don't ever sign up to be one of Pinner's units, okay? Pinner does not treat you with the care, the love, and the affection that you need and require. Don't sign up for Pinner's military. You are just an expendable grunt in Pinner's mind. Army-wise, looks good though. Up 2 tanks, up 10 Marines, 2 Liberators. There is a Viking advantage there for TTT, but of course they could disappear very quickly if the Marines get in range of them. So good opportunity for a push. This base here is up with 2 tanks and a planetary as well. Pinner though, still down 3 upgrades here. Stims into the choke point of siege tanks. And pulls back, stims back in, pulls back. There's already a corridor of blood here. Those missile turrets are actually going to do a good job against these libs. Those tanks get baited, or the Marines, sorry, get baited by the libs. This is not bad for Pinner. If Pinner just kind of inches forward and gets rid of the turrets, that could be good. In fact, he's going to go for the natural once again. Far too much drug use, guys. There's such a thing as responsible stim usage. +2 weapons has finished. It's only a 2 upgrade deficit on the Marines. There's nothing guarding the production right now. The Liberator even says, try come back through this zone. The Vikings are like, no thank you. And they managed to palm off that one without getting any chlamydia. But the Marines do come forward there. And oh my god, there's only a few tanks left. TTT with 1,500 minerals and 2k in the bank. I can't actually say TTT had physically lost this game, but for like 3 minutes just stopped building Marines there and just like stared at what was happening and kind of went, what even is this game? Like, it wasn't that TTT had lost. If we go back a minute or two, right? It was that TTT's will to live had been clearly drained out of him by the looks of it from this absolutely mad, crazy game. There's a point where it's not that you can handle a lot more heat than you expect, but when you're in the sauna for 27 minutes and a guy keeps kicking you in your flabby belly repeatedly and trying to stab you with a fucking cardboard cutter, at some point you just give up. You're like, dude, this is not ending well. Either way, you just give in. You just go to sleep. And that's what happened here. So much money, not building units, finally starts up some more units. Was so focused on defending the front and left the natural wide open. All those Marines, if they pulled behind the tanks and didn't go forward, could have protected this rotate. That massive upgrade advantage all game long was huge. Finally, you can see that the units lost advantage. That's the upgrade advantage basically there. 7,000 resources, even winning the game. Pinner was so far behind in the units lost. sorry, how many Marines died? 461 Marines on Pinner's side, 214 from TFT. I'm not good at numbers, but I think that's 675. 675 Marines. GG, well played. Thank you very much, Pinner and TTT. That was a truly unique game. It was a bit unorthodox, and that's what we like to see, just like a knife fight in the sauna. Thank you so much for sending your replays in, guys. Don't forget to get your replays in for next week's dropping challenge. And, of course, like, subscribe. Check out the Patreon below if you're enjoying the content. It's in the description. We'll be back in the next one. See you guys next time. Goodbye and good night.